Before the Mavericks shockingly dealt Luka to the Lakers, they called the Milwaukee Bucks and Minnesota Timberwolves and offered him for Giannis and Anthony Edwards. Both teams declined. So the question every NBA fan should now ask, would my team have traded our best player for Luka Doncic? After careful consideration, there are exactly 11 players so valuable to their franchise, they also wouldn't be given up for Luka. These are the 11. Let's start with the two obvious names already mentioned. Giannis Antetokounmpo may go down as the greatest player in Milwaukee Bucks history. He's an MVP, champion, and finals MVP. It's likely only a matter of time before he has a statue outside of their stadium. And while Luka is younger, Giannis is a far better defender and much more athletic. It only makes sense the Bucks will want to see what the future holds for their homegrown superstar. As for Anthony Edwards, he has all the potential to not just lead Minnesota to a title, but also the star power to keep them featured on national television going forward. After making it to the Western Conference Finals at such a young age, it's no surprise the Timberwolves refused to deal him. Okay, I'm not going to waste anyone's time, so I'll list players 3, 4, and 5 together. Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jason Tatum are all in their prime. They're all MVP caliber players who can score, defend, and enhance their teams immensely. As good as Luka is, he just isn't an upgrade over any of them. Now this is where it starts to get a little interesting. Number 6, Cade Cunningham. When people talk about the next face of the league, he's a serious contender. He's the driving force for an exciting young Pistons team that's about to make the playoffs. He joins Oscar Robertson as the only fourth-year player to put up 25, 6, and 9. He can do it all, while still developing at just 23 years old with no glaring weaknesses. He's the definition of an untouchable asset. Number 7, Victor Wembanyama. He's the kind of franchise cornerstone that affects winning the way players like Shaq, Tim Duncan, and Hakeem Olajuwon did before him. In just his second year, he's already the best defensive player in the league. His offensive repertoire is absolutely unstoppable. With his size and skill, he has as much or more potential than anyone who's ever played the game. Injuries are the only thing that could ever stop him. Number 8, Cooper Flagg. He will be the number 1 pick in the draft. His potential to score, initiate offense for others, and defend is well documented. Add in, he'll be on a rookie scale contract and under club control for years to come. He looks to be the winning lottery ticket and foundation for whoever is lucky enough to draft him. Number 9, Paolo Banchero. Again, a number 1 overall pick. In just his second season, he led the Magic to their best record since 2011, culminating in a playoff appearance where he averaged 27 points per game. His production, youth, size, and affordable salary make him indispensable. No front office would be willing to invalidate such a successful pick like Paolo by trading him for an older, higher-priced player like Luka, who's on a different timeline than this young Magic team. Number 10, Jalen Brunson. After coming to the Knicks 3 years ago, he's the engine that makes them go. His connection with Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart, his Villanova teammates, has what was a floundering Knicks franchise firmly locked in contention. Consider this. Here's Jalen Brunson's playoff points per game since joining the Knicks. This is Luka's. This is Brunson's win total over the last 3 years. This is Luka's. Add in a much more affordable salary cap hit. The team would have to subtract other key pieces to accommodate Luka's massive salary. Jalen Brunson represents the greatest free agent signing in the history of New York Knicks basketball. They're just not going to ship him off for a chance at perhaps what may or may not be an upgrade. Finally, number 11. While Luka Doncic would absolutely be more productive than this player going forward, there's no way the Golden State Warriors would ever trade Steph Curry. Steph is 36 and nearing the end of an amazing Hall of Fame career. But you just don't trade a player, a symbol of his magnitude, unless he absolutely wanted to leave. What Kobe Bryant meant to the Lakers, Steph Curry is to the Warriors. He's a generational, transcendent shooter who changed the way the game is played. There will be a statue of Steph Curry outside the Chase Center one day. When you look at players who spent their entire career with one organization, Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Kobe Bryant, Steph Curry will forever be a Golden State Warrior. Luka Doncic has been an unbelievable talent through the first part of his NBA career, and the city of Dallas still mourns his trade. Only time will tell how good or bad this trade ends up being. But in the meantime, who else do you think has more value to their team than Luka Doncic? I'd be curious to hear your thoughts in the comments.